Hey, what is up, guys? This is Bo, or Carl Hungus712, and in case you've been living under a rock or you really don't follow Call of Duty news at all, or been reading anything on YouTube, or watching anything, or hearing anything on YouTube, you will know that the future is in fact black. Which means that Black Ops 3 will be returning this year, instead of World at War II, which a lot of people thought it was, and I actually originally thought it was going to be World at War II for, throw something different than what we've been seeing the last few years with the futuristic stuff. But it looks like that Treyarch will be returning with their money-making franchise, the probably our last hope for Call of Duty, because if Treyarch fails here with this game, I think Call of Duty is in big trouble, because Ghost was a huge letdown, and Advanced Warfare had a lot of hype at the beginning, but unfortunately it hasn't seemed to hold that hype. I know a lot of people are not playing the game, and they've gone back to Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, some of the older Call of Duties, MW2, and I believe pretty much all the Call of Duty Ghost lobbies are completely dead. Like I said, once in a while I find one. This is one of the few days I got lucky here with Call of Duty Ghost. If you guys are wondering why I'm playing Ghost, basically just wanted to kind of talk about whether or not the new Call of Duty should go back to the traditional origins, like with Ghost here, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, all the way down, to the very first COD. Should we get back to our roots, boots on the ground, simple run and gun mechanics, or should we stick with the future bullshit? And as you guys know, with me, I'm not real big on the futuristic stuff. I understand Call of Duty is more of an arcade shooter than it is, a simulator like Arma or Operation Flashpoint, some of those games that you'll find on the PC. But you know what? It for the most part, it's a pretty realistic game. There's a few things that aren't, the drop shotting, the jump shotting, shit like that. Quick scoping obviously isn't, you can't do that in real life or anything like that. But for the most part, I mean, the game's pretty realistic. I will say with the Infinity Ward games, with the time to kill being a little on the quicker side, typically slower gameplay with Infinity Ward, I'd say for realism-wise, that's probably the most realistic Call of Duty, and I'd say Treyarch is probably more of an arcadey shooter, but I actually prefer the Treyarch games. For me, they're more exciting, and I don't know what you guys think. Maybe you guys disagree or agree. Let me know in the comments section what you guys have to say. Which company do you like the best, or did you like Advanced Warfare? Did you like Ghost? Did you like some of the other Call of Duties? Anyways, getting back to it, the main story here, again, the next Call of Duty will be Black Ops 3, and there's been a lot of talk lately with that getting acknowledged that Black Ops 3 was going to be the game this year. Are exosuits coming back? Is the jumping around bullshit going to be back? And honestly, if you're asking me my personal opinion, do I think exosuits will be back? No, I do not. I don't think exosuits are going to be back. One thing I've also loved about Treyarch quite a bit is they tend to listen to the community. And not saying that the other developers haven't. I think Sledgehammer's tried to. I don't think they've succeeded very well. I think they've made some changes lately. Finally, about the last month or so with some of the patches, I think they've balanced the guns quite a bit better. Again, when the game, and you can't put too much blame on the companies for doing that. I mean, even when Black Ops 2 came out, I knew there were problems with the spawn systems, and I remember the PDW, or if I remember correctly, the PDW was the overpowered weapon in the beginning of that game. Huge clip, good fire rate, just would shred you. Again, the spawn system. So you can't really blame the first month or two when Call of Duty comes out. It's always going to be shit, until they patch a few things, and then hopefully it gets back on track. Unfortunately, like with Ghost, you had the Vector and the MTAR, which dominated. Those never really got fixed. The MTAR kind of got patched a little bit, and then the Vector took over. And with Sledgehammer, for the most part, after the Bell mishap, it's basically been ASM1 dominant since then. There's a few other subs. Actually, the AMR9's just as good, if not better, damage-wise and fire rate-wise and everything, and range-wise. But the pros don't use that, and I can see, a lot of people don't care for the burst-fire submachine guns. I love it because they're more accurate, but anyways, I have faith that Treyarch, that's what they're working on right now. And like I said, again, with getting back to what I was saying with them listening, I know Von Dehar's really good at really seeing what the community wants to do. And he's released quite a few different tweets. If you guys follow him on Twitter, definitely, if you guys even aren't big Call of Duty fans, follow him on Twitter. He's fucking hilarious. Some of the stuff he posts on there about different kill streaks and perks. And I remember one of the good ones was him posting something about being in tears, knowing that he made one of the most OP guns in the history of Call of Duty with the Black Ops 1 FAMAS, which if you go play Black Ops 1, that's all you find. Pretty much every single fucking game is the FAMAS, and the FAMAS. And he's right now, they've been working on weapon balancing and tuning, which is great to hear. That's what I love from a Call of Duty game, to make it pretty realistic. Balance the weapons. Don't make it so one gun's, there's no point in using any other weapon. Same thing with perks. Balance the perks. Make sure all of them work, which is what they're doing right now, which is great to hear. And like I said, that's why I have a lot of faith in the Treyarch community. I do think that they will get this right, and I'm hoping so. But like I said, they listen. And when it comes to the exosuits, I don't think they're going to be back, but I do think there's going to be something a little different in this game. There has been some discussion about whether or not wall running is going to be in this. Look at the leg right there, man. That guy should have died 15 times over. Which leg, of course, you're not going to be able to fix in all the Call of Duties. That's just how it is. But there has been some debate on whether or not, again, with the exosuits coming back and wall running and stuff. Now, there could be wall running. I'm definitely not going to... I can't confirm or disconfirm that. I do think that there are going to be different movements in the game, just from some of the intel that I've picked up doing some research. Maybe some dashing's going to be back, which I'm not a big fan of, but if the dashing does come back, like I said, it's Treyarch. They've always done a good job with their games, so I will give them a try, if that's in here. As you guys might have saw too, that picture that was released, it looks like the soldier's wearing some kind of suit, not an exosuit, but I don't even know what you'd call it, just a futuristic type of suit. And Call of Duty, I believe the next game's going to 2045, so 20 years into the future, because Black Ops 2, if you guys didn't know, took place in 2025. That's why it was Nuketown 2025. So we are getting a futuristic shooter again. Like I said, I was kind of hoping to go back to the World War II era, but maybe next time around they'll do maybe World War II. But like I said, I love the Black Ops series. I know a lot of you guys love that series. Treyarch's really nailed it with their last couple of games. But just wanted to talk to you guys about a few things like that. There's not a hell of a lot confirmed yet, obviously. What is it, the 26th of April, so just in a couple of weeks here, we'll get to see the campaign reveal. It'd be very surprising if they release something showing anything with multiplayer. Usually that doesn't happen until, I believe around August is when Advanced Warfare released a lot of their stuff. So we probably won't know anything until then, and then Zombies will probably come later, probably in the October range, and then of course the game's released in November, or that's what seems to be the most popular timeline. We'll have to see if you get any special orders with this one, like what Advanced Warfare did with Day Zero, which I thought was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool thing that they did. But not really much else has been confirmed. I just wanted to kind of help you guys out, give you a lowdown on what I've known so far. Like I said, I've got pretty good intel with some of the sites. Charlie Intel helps out a lot, and some other people that I know kind of get some early information. But that's about all I know right now. Is that More than likely, the boost jumping is not going to be in there. We'll have to wait and see. Again, I'm not 100% sure on that. And of course, we don't know for sure, anyways, unless David Vonderhaar, Mark Lamia, or some of the other people at Treyarch or Activision say anything for sure. You know, you're never 100%, but again, all what we know at this point is it's in the future. I believe 2045 was the year. The first picture of the soldier, like we saw on the Black Ops 2 cover art, it's basically the same one on the Black Ops 3 cover, or not necessarily cover, but a picture that was tweeted out. Does look like he's wearing some kind of suit, but again, we'll have to see. Hopefully it's not an exosuit. I do not want jumping in this next game. I want a traditional shooter, Call of Duty shooter. Let me know in the comments section, though, guys, if you really like the exosuits or not. For me, you know, I wasn't a big fan of them just because I think it made the game too random. It made it too fast-paced, and I like a fast-paced shooter. I do. It's fun. But when you're trying to control the map and control spawns and stuff like that, and you got people that can basically get from one end of the map to the other in about 4 seconds, it's too fast. It's too crazy. I remember I had a lot of problems in the beginning with lag in the game. People basically dashing around the corner after I've put a clip and a half into them, and then they just disappear. You can't find them. And then another one of their buddies end up spawning randomly behind you, and I get punched in the back or something like that. But like I said, I wasn't a big fan of the suits, so I'm hoping those don't return. But you know, like I said, again, it's with Treyarch, since I have so much faith in them. You know, even if the exosuits did return, I would give it a try anyways. I'm definitely going to pre-order the game. Curious to see if you guys are too, if you guys are excited for Black Ops 3. Like I said, I honestly, truthfully believe, if you're asking my opinion, I think if Treyarch's game fails, or if it gets kind of bad rap, like the last 2 games, I'm not going to say Duty's dead necessarily, but I think they're going to struggle for quite a while, because you've got the 3-year cycle. So once Treyarch's done, you know, you've got Infinity Ward coming back with Call of Duty Ghosts, possibly Ghost 2 or something like that. We'll have to see yet. You know, obviously we don't know anything yet on Infinity Wards, what they're doing in their studio right now, but Ghost was poorly received. Like I said, I hated Ghost in the beginning, but I ended up liking it in the end. Now, was that because I hated Advanced Warfare? I don't know. But we've got them, and then we've got Sledgehammer coming back around a second time. And like I said, Advanced Warfare, it seemed like about the first couple of weeks people really enjoyed it, and then after that it was like, okay, well, we're sick of this fucking jumping and dashing and diving bullshit all the time, so let's go back to the traditional Duty. Or if maybe Treyarch, what they can do is have certain maps that if you don't want to play the exosuit jumping stuff, you can maybe do the normal Call of Duty play, just boots on the ground stuff, because the maps were way too big and too vertical for that type of gameplay when you played the original version in Advanced Warfare. But I just wanted to let you guys know what I know and just hear what you have to think about the next game, Call of Duty Black Ops 3. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you next video. Bo out.